corredores en movimiento, el tiro a tercera. Gators on baseball, yeah, you know the name.
Take that, haters. We're winning again. We won yesterday, and we starting a winning streak. I'm Schmitty, along with Christian Cooper, with another episode of Scared Us on Baseball. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We noticed that the schedulers put the Giants' last game as a night game, so we're going to do the wrap along with the game. Christian might even get in there and pull a Chardal and do a half inning of commentating. We got lots to catch up, though, because I don't think we did the last ones, but Bob Melvin, Pat Burrell, the drama is over, guys. Stop wondering. They're not going nowhere. Buster Posey made a class act move and came out and said, I got these guys. These are my guys. Extended their contracts. There was too much chitter chatter with all you negative Nancy's out there trying to put the downfall on, oh, it's Bob Melvin's fault. Get rid of Burrell. What's Matt Williams doing? Hey, by the way, look at my soccer jersey. The U.S. beat Guatemala last night. Let's go. I like soccer more than the Valkyries. What's up, Christian?
You've been watching the CONCACAF Gold Cup, have you?
Oh, yeah.
So
what do you think? That was a tough run.
Man. I mean, we did a wrap on the Marlins series, and the White Sox series was so depressing after the Marlins sweep that, like, I think we both kind of waved the white flag on going live. But here we are. We're doing a series wrap 3 games into a 4-game series. So the Giants have a shot to split, which would be the best possible outcome. And look, Jung Hoo Lee's bat suddenly came to life last night after a abysmal, 4 for 56 or something like that. Just absurd. But, guys go through downswings, and unfortunately the Giants, a lot of guys slumped and guys got hurt all at the same time. And that's where we're at. That's baseball, right?
Well, did you get the alert just now?
What is that?
Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. I just got this alert from the MLB, and they said tomorrow Matt Chapman is going to do his first rehab game, and right after that, he's coming to Sacramento for the Giants game Saturday. I don't know where the rehab game is, though. Does he go to San Jose? He ain't going to Eugene. He's definitely not going out to the East Coast. So it'll be interesting. Or where are the River Cats? I guess wherever they're at. Oh, Reno. He might go up to Reno. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's a quick jaunt right
but
down.
But if he goes to San Jose, dude, I should just go down there. That'd be amazing to see Chapman in single A.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good news that he's coming back, and it sounds like Schmidt's been taking batting practice, and his hand is, doing okay. So we'll get him back pretty soon. And now it's, once those guys get back, I think things are going to flip around and be a lot smoother on the offensive side. I mean, obviously, they're still not scoring a lot of runs per game, playing a lot of tight games, and that needs to change. They just need to get the runners on base over the plate. That's the key to everything with the Giants. The pitching, Verlander hasn't gotten his win, but that's not because he hasn't pitched well enough to have several at this point. Right. And the only real glaring thing in the rotation now is Birdsong, who seems to only be able to pitch 2 really great innings and then kind of tail off and go downhill from there. And I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if he got too used to the bullpen role where he was coming in pitching 1 or 2 innings, or if it's just he's young and this is kind of like what happens. You're going through an adjustment phase, and guys guys are figuring you out, and you're not quite full strength major league ready. I mean, he had a very accelerated rise into the major leagues at a really young age, right? He was 23 when he came up. So little concerning on that note, but then look at what Ray, Webb, and Roop have been doing. And they really have been good. And Roop, I'm not really surprised because I think the first couple times I saw him throw, I was really impressed. But he just seems to keep taking it up a notch, and he's gotten into some jams, and he's managed to wriggle out of them, which is huge, at this level. So, yeah, it's really what are we going to do about a fifth starter? And once Schmitt and Chapman are back, you juggle the infield a little bit, and probably Wisely's going back to Sacramento. They sent Daniel Johnson down today. So
yeah, Alcantara is getting his first. I think this is his first stint with the Giants. I don't think he's been up with the Giants yet, so that'll be interesting. I guess Basabi's not on the 40-man, so I thought Basabi would be the one because he's got like more experience, and I guess he's not that good of a hitter, but he's a pretty good fielder. So
yeah, he had a decent spring, mostly on the defensive side of the ball. He was really good in spring training. The hitting was, I don't know anything about Alcantara personally. I've never seen him. If he was in spring, I kind of missed out on it. I mean, I was up north in the midst of doing, 10, 12 hours a day of heavy lifting. So the guys that aren't on my radar, I wasn't really, I was like, who's batting,
think of all the people that kind of just, maybe they're driving and they briefly look at their phone and they're like, Alcantara, we got Sandy. That's kind of, I'm hoping for that to come through. We need another pitcher. I think, we were talking about second base and outfield and pitching being some of our needs, and which one was the most. Buster sounds like, between him and Zach, they're saying before the deadline, they're going to try to go nuts. And so maybe they'll get one of each or something, but I think we definitely need a pitcher.
Yeah. That's definitely a big concern right now, just because you need to have a solid rotation, especially when you're just not putting up the runs, right? And the lobsters have been boiling in the pot, right?
Holy smokes!
And this game is underway.
Yeah, we got Yaz leading off again. What are you thinking about this? What are your thoughts on the Giants mixing their lineup a lot while they're struggling? Is that a good strategy? Do you hope that if they start clicking that they stop that, or like what are your feelings on that? Because it's interesting to see somebody like Christian Koss go from 8th to 1st to Sacramento, like within like 4 games. Yeah. So I just want I want a stable lineup. I like stability. I like to know, I want Devers up the first inning, so he's got to bat second or third for me. Yeah. And Elliott should bat the opposite, either third or fourth or second. When Chapman gets back, we'll see. But I want those guys to kind of scare the other team enough to like maybe throw differently to those guys and be able to take advantage and get some good hits.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock in juggling a lineup just because it takes pressure off guys. I don't believe in that. I believe the pressure situation at the plate is the same whether you're batting second or fourth or sixth or ninth. It's the pressure's there to get hits. So Melvin's been juggling the lineup, as we've seen the last about a month now. He's been doing that and shuffling guys around, and it's sort of come back to where it was at. Adames is back in the 2 spot. Looks like Devers probably going to hit third tonight, and I didn't realize this, but he's battling back spasms and a groin injury. And so for everybody who's screaming about, this was the worst trade the Giants ever pulled, you need to back down on that a little bit, because this guy is definitely not 100%, and you can see it in the way he's swinging. It's just kind of not a complete swing. So let's give it a little time. I think he gets some physical therapy and some treatments. He's going to be a lot better off. So the lineup, like I think I really want to see Lee lead off, especially if his bat's starting to come back, right? And he's got the speed, although he doesn't steal a lot of bases, and I think they need to get him trained. And maybe he's just not used to the major leagues and how pitchers treat those situations with a runner on. In the KBO, maybe it's a little different, and so he's a little tentative because it's like, hey, he doesn't want to get picked off. Right. And the Giants have had a problem with that all year. They've had a lot of base running snafus that aren't good. The one time it turned out okay when Fitzgerald got picked off, and then he was the ghost runner in the very next inning, and he ended up coming around to score and win the game. Right. But yeah, so it's the lineup juggle. I don't know. I mean, I think you should find a good one and stay consistent with it. And the only time you should be moving guys around is, you're trying to play matchups and you're switching guys in and out of the lineup. Then you can move guys around a little bit. But I think your top 5 should be consistent all the time. That's the way I feel about it.
And once everybody's gelling, like when the players are playing more to the back of their baseball card, you want Jung Hoo Lee, you want Adames, you want Devers, you want Ramos, and then probably Chapman, like maybe even in that order. But those 5 guys need to be your first 5, and that's great. And to move Chapman back to like 5th or 6th, and to move Yaz back to like 6th or 7th, all those things are, Fitzgerald, maybe he's at the end if he starts doing good, or maybe Casey Schmitt is going to replace him. But these are the pieces that I would be kind of tampering with, but the first 5 keep it solid.
Yeah, first 5 definitely should be solid. And Fitz showed some good signs his first game back. He hit a couple of balls real hard. Hasn't done a lot in the couple of games he's been back, but his swing has looked a lot more like what it looked like last year. So yeah, Adames actually drew a walk. How about that?
Yep. And then Devers is up with a 1-2 count. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe a lot of people are traveling for the 4th of July. We had Mr. Pine Needle coming in with why are there only 3 people in the chat? What's going on? And I'm guessing people are buying fireworks or traveling to Tahoe or whatever their pregame celebration. Today's working kind of like a Friday for most people. And what's up, Coleman? Thanks for joining. I was going to ask you quick before we get into anything else. I'm listening to the All-Stars be announced today, and I'm thinking to myself, one of 2 things. Do we want every team to have a representative? Should the Rockies have an All-Star? Should the White Sox have an All-Star? And my thinking was, I'm not sure, but I kind of think I do want everyone to, because when my team sucks, I still want somebody representing me. Even though the more time goes on, the less I care about the All-Star game. But what I would say is if every team is going to get one person, they should have a max for how many people can get in from one team.
Yep.
Like 1 from every team and no more than 4 from any team. So it's not like you can't have all 8 guys. Dodgers, Dodgers, Mets, the whole team. It's like, no, because I mean, those are the big markets too. And if we're going to just do it on voting, it seems kind of whack.
Well, it was an all Dodgers infield until last night when Muncy got his knee worked. And apparently he's out 6 weeks. They said kneecap bruise, but he may not have torn anything, but definitely he's gonna be feeling that one for a while. A little hyperextension to the side there. Not pretty. You never want to see people get hurt, but Muncy's a punk, dude. So he's going to miss out on the All-Star game. Good riddance. And I would love to see every team represented. And the reason why is because, here we go.
We got our first run, guys.
Definitely going to get a first run. Devers should get to 3rd on that.
Ramos and Devers 2nd and 3rd, and Adames scored.
Yeah.
Elliott with a double.
This first inning is a perfect lesson in baseball. Don't walk dudes, because this is what happens when you walk dudes. He gives up 2 straight walks, and then Ramos just doinked it down the line. That's beautiful. So yeah, to your point about having one player from every team represented on the All-Star team, I would love to see that, because there are great players on every team regardless of their record. Okay, the White Sox have a couple of great players. The Rockies have a couple of great players. It just seems lame if all it's going to be is like the Dodgers Yankees show, because we all saw how that went in the World Series last year. It was a completely anticlimactic display of stupidity. I mean, the Padres Dodgers series was infinitely more exciting than the World Series, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I would love to see that. And the thing is, like, there's guys who toil and work so hard, just relentlessly in these markets where their team just stinks. But, in any other city, they'd be doing great. They'd maybe be getting rings even, they play well enough. They're just in an organization and on a team that's not doing well. And it's always a shame to see it, but hey, there's 30 teams and it's hard to get in no matter what. And Jung Hoo Lee, another warning track ball.
And Devers tags up and
Sack
scores.
fly.
So 2-0.
Yeah.
I'll take the sack flies. I like those. They weren't doing that earlier. So Coleman, you're almost monetized. Help us. We want to be monetized.
I'd love to be monetized.
Let's do some collab shows. I don't think the Cubs are playing the Giants anymore, but whatever, man. Spread the word. I'll tell my mailman, you tell your mailman, and let's merge everybody and get it going. Because come on. Yeah. What else? The slumps that are all happening together. Does that equal everyone breaking out together? Like, is everyone going to get hot at the same time, since everyone's kind of flailing at the same time? Everyone's talking about contagious. Do you believe in that? What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, there's an old cliche, misery loves company. And so I think you could there's a little bit to that when, you get a couple guys running good and other guys start running good alongside them, and vice versa. So, yeah, I think the combination of guys slumping and the injuries all at once really took the tar out of the Giants, and the Devers trade kind of lit a fire again, but it's still like you're still missing Chapman, and you're still, Schmitt goes down, and they just can't get Verlander a win. And I think there's a lot of things that just kind of add up. And so sometimes as a team, then you start fighting against it harder, and you're trying too hard, right? You're pressing. So I think that's pretty much where it's been at. And look, like the game last night could have easily gone sour. Doval comes in the ninth, and it's like, really, dude? But look at what happened. Comes in the 10th, and
that was a confidence builder, I think.
I mean,
it sucked he gave up the home run, but he came back and looked even better. Like he looked.
Yeah.
The problem is somebody's got to just not let him over. He shouldn't be able to change what Bailey calls, because he wants to throw that slider so much, and everybody knows it's coming. They're just sitting on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's got to throw the heater more.
And his slider is so hot and cold. One night his slider is just unhittable, and other nights it just hangs there like a beach ball. And he doesn't have as much command with the slider night to night. It's off or on. So I like it when he just comes with the heat. Like here, 102, hit this.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's when Doval's at his best, right? And look, he's got a little swagger, and I think his swagger is better when he's striking guys out with a fastball. You can kind of see it. He's like, get juiced off this, right? Damn, Dom Smith's having a nice at bat right here.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of pitches. The guy's thrown 25 pitches already, so that's nice to see.
Brandon Fat.
JB, I think if JV can get just that first win, it could be like brand new spark plugs. No matter that, Verlander says there's little doubt it's playing on his mind. 100%. I think this is something that has to get fixed. It's like, just get that first win and everybody can relax. It's like the guy that comes up and doesn't get a hit for like 2 weeks, and he it's his first stint. And you just start really focusing on that, and it's really become a thing. Friday night is Verlander's next start, and it'll be in Sacramento. So that's going to be real interesting because the ball's going to fly up there. It's 103 degrees. It's a small little bandbox. There's no bleachers. There's no winds. It's just like, get ready for some high scores, I think.
Yeah. Well, Verlander is still Verlander. He's still a really skilled, really smart pitcher. And I think he's one of those rare guys that has the ability to pitch to the conditions. He in Detroit, he'd throw a lot more fastballs when it was cold because like guys' swings aren't going to be quite as limber in the cold as they are going to be, hot, sunny day somewhere. So the key to Verlander's, game and sack is going to be just keep the ball down. Just keep the ball down, I mean, small park, like you said, the ball's going to fly in the heat. Just keep it down. That way that the damage won't be done with home runs, So yeah, that series should be interesting. I feel like the Giants are just on the verge of coming out of this and starting to get hot.
Hopefully, because we got a huge week ahead of us when we get home with the Phillies and Dodgers back to back. That's going to be a big, big deal. So hate to see people get injured, but I'm not going to cry that Max Muncy's not going to make it into the lineup when they're here either.
Yeah. And listen, how do you feel about the Phillies? I'm curious because I have my own sort of feeling about the Phillies. And I want to know what you think.
I think the Phillies are hot and cold. I think they've been that way for a while. I think Harper is the man sometimes. And then sometimes when he's cold, the whole team seems like they're just a different team. The pitching hasn't seemed to be as strong as it was. Where are they? They're 51 and 36. So they're 2 games ahead of the New York Mets. So they're playing about the same as the Cubs. They're playing about that pace. So what do you think about that, Coleman? What's up, Val? What do you think, though?
The Phillies don't scare me. Schwarber's been their best guy, really. I mean, Schwarber's been their most productive, the most hits. He's real clutch. And then Mr. Wet Look, Marsh, is that who it is? Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
He's hot and cold, but dude, he's gnarly. I mean, I think that's a guy any team would want. Harper's Harper. He's there locked in for 13 years on that deal. He's kind of faded a little bit, in my opinion. I think the injuries took a lot out of Harper. Right, still a phenomenal baseball player. Hall of Fame bound probably. But for some reason, I mean, look, Giants went to Philadelphia early in the year and kind of cleaned the Phillies' clock. So
it's true. It's true.
I kind of feel like the Giants playing Philadelphia at home could be even better because they went back to Philly and it was cold, windy, and wet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because these guys, again, I don't know who makes the Giants schedules. And I know everybody has tough schedules, but the Giants, I mean, these travel days after night games, I don't understand. Like, why aren't they playing a day game today? And then they have more time to travel tonight. And then tomorrow, and also around the 4th of July, maybe you want a couple extra hours with your kids or your wife or whatever. Like, this is kind of a time they're in Arizona. Like, most of them live there. It's bizarre to me. But the thing with them losing to the Marlins at home, getting swept, and then going straight to Chicago and losing 2 out of 3, I think everybody was just like throwing everything at the screen, losing their minds. So we need to see, we can't just get super hyped off one win, maybe not even 2 wins. We need to see like, oh, these guys are hitting again. They're not just winning by 1 run. It's not this torturous thing. So Robbie Ray's on the mound tonight with a 2-0 lead in going into the 2nd inning. And I like that. I think Robbie's going to give us 5-6 innings easily. And then
nice 1, 2, 3 first inning, 3 fly balls to the outfield, nothing dangerous. So nice. Ramos kind of chased that ball down in the gap too. That was a nice route that he took to that. So Yeah, I think, obviously one game doesn't prove anything, but we'll see how they play tonight. So far, it's a good start after one inning. And I think the reason why they had to have a night game instead of a day game today is because of this guy, because they had to have time to tell him he was banned for the rest of the year in Arizona. Dave McCaskill. I don't know if anybody caught it, but his little interview on KMBR with the Dirty Work afternoon guys, Copes and them, they kind of let him off the hook a little bit. I mean, they pointed out what a kook he is, but like that guy just doesn't get it. I don't know what it is with guys named Dave. It's a real problem, isn't it?
They have their Dave, we got our Dave. Ours paddles around in the cove, and theirs interferes with the outfilders.
Yeah. Well, clearly this guy Dave didn't what is it? Didn't respect Koss, or he hadn't earned it. Koss hadn't earned the home run.
No, that was Ramos.
No, I'm talking about this Dave.
Oh,
obviously he figured Koss hadn't earned that home run, so he had to reach out and ruin it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I just I don't know what it is with the, I looked at a lot of comments on social media and YouTube about this guy, and man, the overwhelming consensus of people who are hating on him were basically saying, like, you're a 60-year-old man, what are you doing with a mitt at the game? Grow up. Like,
yeah,
you're diving across people, and the guy was like, oh, I played a little ball in college, and I'm pretty athletic, and it's just like, nobody cares about you, dude. You're trying to make a much larger game about you. It's not about you. Like, long after you're gone, nobody will remember you. You're not famous, right?
The only one we're remembering is that guy from Chicago, and I don't even remember his name.
Bartman.
There you go.
The Bartman.
The
they finally he finally came back to Wrigley.
No way.
Just a couple of years ago, yeah. And he really didn't want to, but they told him they wanted him to come back. So
did he throw out the first pitch?
He did not.
That would be amazing. He's like, "Hey guys, remember this ball?"
Yeah. I think they finally forgave him, but that was
after they won the World Series, finally, right?
Yeah. I think that softened the blow, because man, I was watching that game live when that happened, and I was like, I would hate to be that guy. Like, every single fan in that place is just hating that dude right now. So it's nuts. Anyways, we got who do we got up now?
The unwise man.
The unwisely number 8 hitter. He's in an 0-1 hole. So yeah, I mean, Fought's a good pitcher, but it looks like tonight he's not sharp, and hopefully the Giants take advantage of that. He's giving up a couple walks, and looks like he's trying to beat guys with balls out of the zone, and Giants are either fouling him off or watching them go by. We'll just have to see how it plays out. I like that they're wearing the black alternates again tonight. What is this, like a good luck thing? They figured, like, hey, it worked last night, let's wear them tonight.
Yeah. So I noticed that last night, and I was like, "Oh, this seems like some superstitious shit, right?"
It could be, or maybe their clubhouse guy couldn't find a laundromat for the road grays.
No, I think they couldn't find a win in those things, and they're like, "Get us a new." At least they didn't go to the City Connects on the road.
Yeah, that would be a. I don't.
But that's okay. So that was another idea I had. What if the Giants just do the City Connect Tuesdays on the road games, not at home, so we don't have to deal with them?
Yeah, I
think that would be good.
And Wisely just looked at a fat pitch right down the middle for strike 3.
We got the Kisner.
Yeah, the Knizner. The
Knizner. You say Knizner, I say Kneisner.
So they DFA'd Logan Porter?
Yep.
Or did they release him? Did they let him go altogether? I don't know.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, because DFA is like they send you to the minor leagues, and then you, I guess, depending on where you're at with options, or you're out of options, you can choose to opt out
Well,
go
he
on
was already in
the
the
waiver
minors.
wire. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if he goes on the waiver wire.
I think they just dropped him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully he lands somewhere,
El Porta. Yeah.
Back to the Savannah. Is that where he came from?
Hey, anything's possible. I don't know.
But I was talking to my uncle the other night, and we were talking about the home run that was not a home run, and I told him, yeah, it's just like the Savannah Bananas. If a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out. My uncle had never heard of the Savannah Bananas, and he's like, that's just stupid. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I went and watched some of those videos of that, the people with stilts and fire, and I got to go check that out one of these days, just for some.
I think it's worth going to at least one. You know, I don't think it's something you're going to follow as passionately as your own baseball team, obviously, but I think it's a fun little, Harlem Globetrotters of baseball type of thing.
Sure.
This morning, after these guys just went to a commercial break because the Giants went out. But this morning, apparently on the KMBR airwaves in the chat. Well, let me just let our good friend let you know what happened.
His name is Nego Ned. Negative is what he said. He's Mr. I told you so. I told you so.
It's Nego Ned again, guys. I forgot to tell you one thing. Yeah, the Devers trade. What the hell is this guy good for? He can't play in the field, and he can't hit his way out of a paper bag. What the hell did we do, guys? I think we got to trade him and Webb as soon as possible. I'm out.
Negative Ned is so negative. Damn.
So,
oh man, Nego Ned's on a hot one.
He was ranting and raving about this Devers, and he just can't see the logic in it. I'm like, dude, just give it some time. It's only been 2 weeks? Like, come on. And like you said, as far as him playing in pain, I think when Chapman comes back, they'll be able to give him a day off because Chapman will be back, and then they'll have the All-Star break. And then he'll come back and he'll hopefully be a lot more healthy. And the second half, we'll really see the guy play. Oh, they're showing Chapman taking BP right now.
Yeah, I see that on the T-Mobile coverage cam.
There you go.
Did you happen to see, I don't know if it was Photoshopped or if it's real, but it's either the River Cats or the Emeralds, their bullpen. They put up these sheets of paper on this pillar at the corner of the bullpen that basically said, like, no, we can't give away any more balls. Sorry. If you want a ball, wait for a foul ball to come. We can't afford to give you balls because we just signed Devers and he cost a lot of money. So be cool and we'll be cool back. Did you not? You didn't see that? Oh, where did I see? I got to find it. Let me take a quick look for it.
JB, are you talking about Joe Dispenza? Is that Negative Joe? I don't know anything about him, but I just Googled him and that's what came up. But we'll have to get Negative Joe and Negative Ned to have a sound off or something to find out who the king of negativity is. We could maybe even get Lou in there too with a couple other people like Kruger and Ray Ratto and just have a fucking battle royale of negativity.
Oh man. Okay, I'm trying to find this here. Let's see what.
So where was it? Where was
it was on Instagram on one of those either dugout report or let me just take a real quick look here.
Ray throws a pitch and Grichuk hits it to center field for an out because the grandson of the wind, Mr. Jung Hoo Lee, no problem, a can of corn. Anthony, so what do you do with your YouTube? Apparently you're saying you're almost to making some little coinage off of that. I didn't even know you had really a YouTube thing. put up some info. We'll go check it out. I'll subscribe and I'll see what you're up to, man. Is it all about fishing or what? Are you out there on the bay catching sturgeon? Or you fly fishing up in Sacramento?
The sturgeons.
Sturgeons are coming in first rain, boys.
Smaller.
Herring spawn is in. Let's go get them.
I cannot find this now. Well, I will come across it at some point, and then we'll share it in the future stream or next stream. But I was cracking up, and I couldn't tell if it was real or not. But basically, these guys were telling the fans they weren't going to give them any more free balls because they had to pay Devers' contract, which I think is just silly. That's why I thought it was Photoshop. I thought it was BS. So, looks like Robbie Ray's not doing too bad. He's on his 15th pitch in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Hey, you know what? I know he had a couple of iffy starts, but he's looking pretty sharp tonight. His pants are looking pretty tight as well.
Always. He actually explained that on a recent interview with Laura Britt or one of those Giants things they make. And it's all about him gaining too much weight, and his pants didn't fit him anymore, and he got comfortable in them, and so he just kept that style.
Hey, if it helps with the changeup, great, right?
Thanks for joining, Brooke. Sorry for catching you off guard, but sometimes we got to do what we got to do. We're a little too old to stay up till 11 and start a post-game show at that time. So that's our thinking was hey, let's try something different, Yeah. It's cool to see you guys in here. You missed a little bit of the earliness. We talked about the Giants' issues, their problems, and hopefully they're starting to turn it around. I think the second half is going to be a lot of fun. I love Devers on the team. And what I really am excited about is Zach Manias saying, we are not done and we're going hard before the trade deadline. To me, that just sounds like August, September is going to be a blast. And I'm ready. I never take baseball for granted. Every off season, Christian will tell you, I need therapy 7 days a week when there's no baseball. I'm losing my mind. And so when it's back, good or bad, the team, I'm so thankful that we have 162 games to sit in and watch them win or lose. But guess what? No matter what that happens, tomorrow's another game. And that's just, for me, the best.
Yeah. The worst part of the year is the time between when baseball ends and when spring training starts. And you get a little seasonal affect disorder thrown in, and the holidays are always kind of harsh. And yeah, man, it stacks up real hard on you. So we're stoked. We still got more than half a season to go and a lot of baseball to be played. And the Giants, I mean, look, if they're pledging to make some big splash moves before the deadline, it sounds to me like Buster is basically pulling the reins and saying, we want to have this team be competitive all the way down to the end this year, which, man, that's a breath of fresh air for fans who are used to that one guy.
Yeah, no. And people are so quick to forget the pain we've gone through and just wanting more. Oh, this is great. We got rid of that, but I need more of this. It's dude, appreciate this stuff. We're taking steps in a lot of them in the right direction. And so gonna be real cool to see what happens. I'm smelling a pitcher. I'm smelling a possible second baseman or a utility player or outfielder. We'll see who's available and what they can wheel and deal for, but it should be very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. On a different note, I think I can speak for both of us that Skaters on Baseball are big fans of Randy Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And last night he put 2 guys on and then he just shut it all down. And it's all the situations, or most of the situations he was used in earlier in the year, he came in to put out fires. There were already guys on base. And that's when I texted you and I'm like, he must not be comfortable pitching without runners on, because he goes and puts the first 2 guys on and then just settles their hash. And it's does he need that extra stimulation or extra kind of temperature to get it going. I don't know, because after that he was lights out,
Yeah, I think it's rubbing off on everybody, dude. I think everybody's just feeling the little slump that's going on. The offense is putting too much pressure on the defense and the pitching, and people are putting too much pressure on themselves. And you called it. You're like, give Jung Hoo Lee a night off. Next day, he almost hits for the cycle. Let's give Devers a night off when we're able to, and see if a little rest and actually more so the mentalness, right? Like, you're so in your head at this point that you might need just a day to not have to think about anything and do kind of a refresh.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, Brooke, I haven't looked honestly in probably 3 weeks because my team was so bad and I was just perpetually in last place that I've just completely given up on it for the time being. But I'm going to try to get back into it. And nobody wants to trade with me because my team sucks. And then look, like Jung Hoo Lee's in my outfield and he went 4 for 59. Chapman got hurt. Like, it's just one thing after another. But I don't know, where are you sitting in the standings right now, Greg?
I'm going to try to bring it up. I didn't look at it for a couple of days. A lot of my guys got hurt, and so I had to do some I haven't made one trade, but I've been making some moves on the waiver wire and whatnot. I think I was like 7th last time I looked. I think your guy, Andrew Allen, I think he's in first. And Anthony's in first. What's up, Walker? How we living out there? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm 10th out of 10. So, Gator Gum dropped back into second place.
Oh, you're checking it out right now.
Oh, and there is
another run.
A home run? Not a home run.
Adamas with a double to drive in Yaz.
Just missed a home run by a couple of feet there. It has to hit above the line.
Take that. Adamas is starting to heat up, dude. I'm telling you. It's finally happening.
I like it. It's I mean, it's not happening every single at bat, but yep. Let's see, how much did he miss that line by?
Well,
it was way short of the line, but still it's uncatchable.
There's a referee meeting. They're discussing it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a home run.
It would have been cool if your friend Dave came out of behind with his glove.
He would have had to come in disguise. He got the kick out. So,
yeah. See,
Melvin, what is Melvin doing?
He wants a review. He thinks that it went over the yellow line. That's what's weird about that. Like, why does any stadium make a wall and then just have why doesn't that wall go back a little? So if the ball goes over, you see it. Like, why should it have to be like, I can't tell if it went over the line or not?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
That clearly didn't.
Slow-mo.
That clearly didn't go over the line.
I think it hit the yellow.
Did it?
I don't know if it hits it.
It did hit it.
Yeah, I don't know if it hits it, if it's
did
over.
Hit the line. And see, that's the thing with the Koss ball the other night. If that clown hadn't reached across, that ball would have hit the yellow line on the top of the wall, which I think is dumb to have the line on top of that wall. That should be, the ball either goes over if it hits it and it's a home run, or it comes back into play. It's a live ball, right?
They call it double.
You put that line there.
Yeah, no, the line makes no sense. I like to have just like, okay, it's off, it's over.
Yeah. It looked like it hit the line to me.
Oh, yeah, scored from first.
Yep.
And here's Raffy, baby. Man at second, no outs.
Where's Matt Williams on that play? I didn't even see him in the box over there.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about Matt Williams. How are you feeling about Matt Williams?
I trust Matt Williams, but he's had a couple of definitely questionable sends this year. I mean, I think the problem is not so much Matt Williams, but the game situations where it's a tight game. They're down 1 run late, and it's like he's just feeling like maybe. I mean, but dude, you got to read it a little better. I think Matt Williams is a good base coach. I think you can definitely be critical of a couple of the sends that he's had, right? When you're sending Wilmer, the slowest guy on earth. Yeah, not a great move, you know.
Well, the thing that bothered me is, okay, I see what the thinking is. Like, let's send him because we're having a hard time scoring runs. And if the throw's off, maybe he scores. But when you know a runner, when you know Raffy Devers is dealing with a bad groin, he's this big hitter that you don't want to get hurt. You don't make him run faster and send him. I think you got to just be like, hey, we're nursing you right now. You just stay at the herd. Like, I don't know. That was tricky. And then you got a guy coming up after him that could hit a fly ball and knock him in on because there was only one out. But
yeah,
look, he's made a million calls, and most of them we don't acknowledge because they're right. So when he blows one or two, it just happened to be that there were like 2 or 3 within like a week or 2 of each other. And so it was a bad run for him.
Elliot Ramos
the whole
coming through.
Yes,
Look at that.
sir.
Another RBI hit for Ramos.
Ramos is on fire. I can't believe he didn't make the All-Stars. That's too bad.
Yeah, they don't have no room with all these Dodgers on it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So, yeah, look at that, right through the 5-hole. You gotta love that, man.
That's right. 4-0, baby. We got this 4-0 in the third with just one out. We got Jung Hoo Lee up.
Yeah. So I think I said this in one of our earlier streams this year, where I was talking about the necessity of scoring runs in at least 3 of the 9 innings of the game, unless you're putting up a huge number in a single inning. And I think that's the one thing that Giants have really fallen short on this year is they've scored 2 or 3 runs in one inning and gone the rest of the way not scoring a single run. And, you know, it's just, they talk about, oh, they played so many 1-run games, so many come from behind wins. It's like, yeah, but if you're putting up, you know, crooked numbers in multiple innings, then you don't have to worry about playing those tight games and trying to squeak by a come from behind. You're like, you get out to a comfortable lead. Now, in Arizona, I don't know that 4-0 is a comfortable lead, but it's definitely a better lead than the Giants have been putting up recently, right? So it's all gravy, and it's just keep that train rolling. Oh man, that was a good take right there. The strike zones in this series have been iffy at best. It's been real questionable. Obviously, Melvin got tossed the other night for arguing balls and strikes, and he was right. He was definitely right. Ramos got rung up on a pitch that was like 8 inches outside. And tonight it's Ramon De Jesus behind the plate, who's not the worst, but he's not one of the better umpires in terms of ball strike accuracy. So we'll see how this plays out. But dude, Lee just has a different look on his face right now.
This is how he needs to hit. He's not popping it up. He's hitting line drives, and he's just got to find the gaps. This is the Lee I want to see.
Yeah, good solid contact, and he's got he just hit line drives and not fly balls, you know, because he's just not has that much power. I mean, the home runs that he's hit this year were like barely, right? You know, that one hit the tin roof in right field at Oracle, and I don't know. Anyways, look, there's some Giants fans out there in Arizona.
He hit one out in Chicago, and I think he hit 2 out in Yankee Stadium, right?
He hit 3 at Yankee Stadium, didn't he?
Was it 3? Yeah,
I thought he hit 3 in that series. But again, you know, right field short porch in New York, Wrigley's small, and you know, you can hit one into the bread basket there. So it's not like a true home run that sails out over the wall. But yeah, so let's see. Like they still got something cooking here. And Dom Smith had a great at bat last time up. Ooh.
Brooke, that would be me. Christian's down in LA, but me and my wife are going Sunday. I think Eric's going to meet us out there with Ibrahim.
Nice.
And we're going to get to go to the last game of the series in Sacramento, which I think, unless there was one special game somewhere in the past, I don't believe the Giants have ever played a real game in Sacramento, right?
I don't believe they have.
So this is the first series that they, you know, maybe they do 2 more years or however long that is, but It'll be cool. I'm always like a historical, like I love to be at the first game when a guy gets called up or the first, so it's going to be neat. I mean, it's a small place. I've been there a few times for River Cats games, but we're definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be 7:00 games, so it shouldn't be too hot after like the second or third inning.
Yeah. Bring a little mist bottle and you guys can spray yourselves with some water. So here's a question for you, Greg. Advantage Giants, since a lot of these guys came up through Sacramento and they've played on this field a bunch?
Well, I mean, so, Birdsong's pitching Sunday, and that's going to be a huge game for him. He's been struggling, but one of the things that he's got going for him is exactly what you just said. He's got a lot of games pitched on that mound. So we'll see. The A's are tough. They got some good hitters on their team. And like we said earlier, the ball's going to fly around up there. Verlander's going Friday, and then I think Webb Saturday and Birdsong Sunday. So I want to say the Giants win at least 2 out of 3, but like I can't even make those calls right now because of all the stuff that's happened in the last 10 games. I mean, what are they, 3-7 in the last 10?
Yeah,
so
it's been weird, and it's like they play that home series, get swept, then they go on the road, and it's like I don't know. The road trip has been a little iffy, but yeah, Sacramento. I think look, Webb's going to have his whole Rockland crew in the house.
Yeah, Saturday's going to be Giants. I'm pretty sure.
That one's going to be good. And listen, the A's are tough. They got some good hitters and stuff, but I think the Giants are a better team all around. I think that the talent all the way through, if you look at the pitching and the defense and the hitting, I think they're a little more solid than Oakland, which relies on either just booming offense or, one or two guys out of the rotation being pretty good and the rest of them being, I saw Severino got mentioned in here. It's like,
he's going off on how bad that stadium is.
Yeah. And he's having a rough year, it's like, hey, nothing
that
you can
stadium's
do.
in his head, man. It's I think a huge part of his problems. He's been real vocal about how much he dislikes it.
Yeah, the one thing that will be refreshing for the A's during this series and probably a little bit after, the Giants are going to be the one team that aren't going to talk any shit on it on the stadium, right? They're going to be like, hey, this is where our minor league team plays. Like, we're not going to disrespect the A's like that. We're not going to treat it like that. All the rest of these whiners come through, the Mets, the Cubs, and it's the worst and it sucks. And it's bad. It's just like, shut the fuck up. You make so much money and you're going to bitch about playing in a stadium that gives you an opportunity to pad your offensive numbers. What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
He says he had a 3 ERA on the road and a 7+ at home.
Well, let's beat him up then.
Yes, sir.
Whoop him.
Babe, I think the slump's over. You didn't get the email? Yeah. Slump's over. We're winning 4-0 after beating them last night, and we're flying straight to Sac after this game, and we're going to take at least 2 out of 3 from Oakland. So slump's over. You heard it here.
And so far, we're seeing early season Robbie Ray right now.
I like Robbie Ray this year. It's looked really good.
Yeah, he's only at 20,
he's got to be an all-star right
now. I would think he would be a first selection.
Yeah, him and Webb are probably going to be our representatives unless they pick some offensive guys too. But Ray and Webb for sure.
Webb has to be in the National League Cy Young conversation this year as well. I mean, look at his strikeout numbers are way up from any other season that he's pitched. He's pitching more innings. He's got more quality starts than just about anybody in the major leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, and I hate it when guys get snubbed for stuff like that, like Matt Cain, if he had a better win-loss record, could easily have won a Cy Young. Bumgarner, it's just what? Like, what are they going to do? Give it to Shohei because he's back, because he threw 100 miles an hour and he threw a whole inning?
Don't get me started on that.
Oh, I want to get you started. Let's hear it.
Oh,
Unload,
God.
dude. Unload on Tommy John.
MLB makes a post that says Jung Hoo Lee threw 27 pitches in a complete inning. And
Jung Hoo Lee did?
I mean, not Jung Hoo Lee, Shohei Ohtani. And I'm just like, this is what MLB's social media is doing. I mean, we have lots of guys on our team that have thrown one inning of and not given up a run. It's just pathetic. It's really bad how up the anus those guys are with him. And I hate to say it, he's gonna be hurt by the end of the year. He's gonna be hurt. He's gonna be on the IL, just like Muncy, Glasnow, Snell, Sasaki, the whole team. It's like, take them to the hospital.
I might be wrong about this, but if I'm not mistaken, Christian Koss pitched a scoreless inning this year, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So what?
Christian Koss has a 0 ERA.
That's
you know
right.
who doesn't have a 0 ERA?
Shohei. Yeah,
Kike Hernandez, his ERA
he's got a large ERA. I don't think it's double digits, but it's up there. It's funny that him being a position player pitching has kicked off this huge debate about it, where nobody was really debating it much before.
That's
right?
true.
So now all of a sudden it's like it's a big topic of conversation. Nobody wants to see it. You know.
Well, you know what Tommy Pham says.
What's up, fam? That's good. So look, Robbie Ray's at 26 pitches through 3 full.
He's killing it.
How about that? That's what you want to see, man. Efficiency.
Yeah, I think they would be better using him in the bullpen too. But if you want to have a legacy, like they're tending to try to build this whole legacy for this guy, doesn't he need to play 9 innings, 155 games a year, like all the other legends that he's in the same category with? Like, if you hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases, but you don't do anything else, I think you just have an advantage. And also, you're not even in the conversation defensively wise. And defense is important. Like, look, pitching and defense wins a lot of games. And if you're only pitching 1 inning, that's not winning you a game.
No. I failed to see the reasoning behind even having him pitch at all, other than your entire pitching staff is completely depleted because of injuries, right? So it's desperation move, bringing this guy back really early off the surgeries, and like, who knows, his arm might just go flying off one night when he throws 102, and
he could be the next Dave Dravecki.
Could be, and the other thing is what they use him out of the bullpen. How does that work? So he starts the game as the DH, right? Then he gets subbed in as a relief pitcher.
Now you're talking.
How do they do it? Does he have to leave the game?
So this is the other thing that bothers me. They wouldn't have done this for anyone else, but they changed the rule for Ohtani. Like, if you're a pitcher, if you're Ohtani, now everyone can do it, but they did it just for Ohtani, that you can pitch and then move to DH when you come out of the game.
Okay, but what happens?
You couldn't do that before.
But what happens if it's the other way around? If he
he
starts the game as a DH, then they put him in as a relief pitcher, then they take him out to put in another relief pitcher, doesn't he have to leave the game? Now, if they make some rule bender for that, then it's really bad.
Well, that's not going to happen unless he's not relieving, so I don't think they have to worry about that. But that I guarantee you, if he was a reliever, they would come up with some asinine thing and change it. But to be honest, if he's a reliever, he's going to be a closer probably. So he wouldn't come back, But who knows? It's bananas. It's a circus. It's the whole LA Dodgers approach to everything. I just can't back it.
Yeah. Well, we just know they're a
But
crap
Val wants to
organization.
extend Robbie Ray. I'm with Robbie Ray because Robbie Ray pitches more than one inning.
Yeah. He's got one more year on this deal, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got one more year.
3-year
And
deal.
then, I mean, look, I wasn't happy with Hicks and we got rid of him. So I think people are like insane. I just don't understand. The Devers deal is so big to me. Like, we got this guy for years. He's in his prime, and we lost Hicks and his contract, which was almost equivalent to that year we got rid of Melanson and his contract. Like, it was like, what are we going to do with this guy that wants to be a starter but can't be a starter? Right. Maybe he proves us wrong in Boston, but I don't think so.
Yeah, and look, the Devers move was obviously a calculated long game maneuver, right? Like, we're getting this guy, we're picking up his deal. He's going to be around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about him coming to San Francisco and instantly being the home run king of the National League and just going 4 for 4 every night. That's not how it works. But over the long term, like, Devers signing is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to bolster their offense, unlike the 7, 8, 9 hitters tonight, who are collectively over 6. But it's okay. I mean, the top half of the order is working out. So, yeah, I mean, people are jumping all over the Devers deal, and it's like, I'll take that guy all day long to get rid of Hicks and Harrison. I was coin flip on him going, but also to get rid of some prospects. Like, you don't know what they're ever going to be. What Devers is, and what he can be. I mean, he's proven himself. He's got a World Series ring, man. Like, he is a phenomenal power hitter when he's right. And I think that the injuries are affecting his performance right now. And I think that's what people aren't. I mean, I didn't even know that he was hurt. I heard something about the groin. I didn't realize he was also having back spasms at the same time. And look, like, up until this year, he was used to being a position player as well. So maybe the workout regimen isn't the same. And maybe you're up there just swinging for the fences, trying to impress the new fans in San Francisco, and you tweak your back a little bit. And next thing you know, like, it's not so smooth for a little while. So I just think for everybody to jump on that guy 2 weeks into the deal just sucks.
Absolutely.
It's not right, and he's going to be good. So
he is good. And it's, you can just see it. Like, it's like, okay, just give him a little bit of time. He started out the season 0-19, and then he just exploded. So we'll just have to be a little patient. But I think when Chapman comes back and the team's kind of healthy all through the lineup, we're going to see a whole different output from these guys.
Yeah. I think it'll be a huge psychological boost for the guys to get Chapman back, because listen, in spite of Chapman's streaky hitting, he's a huge part of why the Giants are still above 500 with his defense and his base running.
Look at that.
I mean, you can't. Damn.
I like that. But look at the front foot.
Yep.
It's that's like all or nothing right there.
It's like rolling your ankle on a rock and roll or an ollie, like turning that foot over, man, getting the maximum spring out of it. It's great.
Actually, no, Brooke. There's the guy named Buster Posey. He has a ring too, but maybe he doesn't.
He's not on the roster, though.
He's not on the team. On the roster. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Verlander.
Verlander. Yeah.
That's basically it. Oh, Brett Wisely.
No, Adames has one too.
That's right. He does.
Yep.
He does.
Tampa. It may be his first year.
That's right.
Beast.
Oh,
that's
damn.
Right. Look at that. Take a screenshot of that. Boom. Beast. Hell yeah, Val. Good to see you out here.
I started following this one Instagram account that is doing comedy, except it's not very funny.
Ooh.
I think what I'll have to let you know the name of the account, but basically they have these posts, and it's like baseball players if they were fat, and then they've used AI or Photoshop to make all these players fat, like, and they give them funny names about food, but then they stick in there a photo of Bartolo Colon and Pablo Sandoval, and it just has their names, otherwise they make all this like
Send me the link.
make up names. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's kind of shitty. Like, I was looking at it, I'm just like, really? Like, this is what you sunk to, like fat jokes?
You know what? Brooke has a point.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tampa got beat by the Dodgers.
And you know why, right?
Because Blake Snell got
My
pulled.
future is bright and your future is so dim. I'm on the game like Jack when he broke through the rim. So I look through my glasses and what do I see? Your boy B Snell is tearing up this beat.
Your boy B Snell couldn't go the distance, and the Dodgers beat the Tampa. Yeah. Yo, casting during the game. How you like us now, D-Bogs? We're growing. We're trying new things. We're expanding our horizons and yours. And let's take a look at our friend Nego Ned has another report, apparently. Let's check it out.
His name is Nego Ned. Negative is what he said. He's Mr. I told you so. He's Mr. I told you so.
What's up, guys? It's Nego Ned again. You're not going to believe this one, guys. So this morning I wake up, as I do every morning, and turn on that crappy Cambiar morning show, and I see Larry Krueger on there. The guy's like the worst. I thought Marcus and Murph were the worst, but I stand corrected. People in the chat started calling me Nego Ned, and I was like, yeah, that's my name. Deal with it, guys. And they're like, why do you come in here to be so negative? And I was like, dude, my name's Nego Ned. So, like, if you can't figure that out, I can't help you. Anyway, the Giants are playing shitty like I've told you they were gonna. And we're gonna go up to that AAA stadium this weekend, which is gonna be a complete shit show. So, anything can happen. But I gotta get running, guys. So, I'll talk to you next time.
Negative, Ned is so negative. Damn!
Dude, he's on one.
Definitely on.
The good news is he got a Steers on Baseball beanie.
Yeah.
Not a lot of those out there. I've seen a few,
Yeah. So Ned, thanks for supporting the channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found this. Dropped Third Strike is the account, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's Fatty Freeman right there.
Oh,
I just shared the account with you on Instagram.
okay.
So there's Francisco Lindo.
Oh my goodness.
There's James Food. Fernando Fatis. And then they burn dudes. Oh, look. There's everybody's favorite, Matt Snackman. That's our third baseman, you fuckers. Daniel Vogelbach is just himself. That's what they do. They're making fun. Oh, Aaron Fudge. That's a good one.
Daniel Vogelbach is himself.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This one's terrible. Ronald McCunha.
Oh my God, dude. That's amazing.
Greece. Anyways, I sent you the link on Instagram, and we can it's dropped Third Strike. I don't know how it popped up in my feed. I just was like, I started scrolling through it, and I was like, oh, this is so bad, but it's funny. It's funny. So Brooke says it's like a Garbage Pail Kids series. That's funny. Oh man. So Walker's asking who made the intro song.
Yeah, it's in the credits. I think his name's Rick or something like that. Hold on. Let me dig it up. I shouldn't. But view your channel, and then what we got here? It's right here in the old. If you go down below the show, we do write things and we do have some links and stuff. But the intro song is by Richard Cookerly, aka Riff Monkey 970. Hit him up. I think he loves doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Oh man, they're showing Giants fans in Arizona wearing City Connects. Yeesh.
There's another base hit. The Giants are hitting tonight, kids. How many hits do they got?
They got several, and it's all the top half of the order.
Yes, doing it.
Yes, got hot again. So
love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Here comes Mr. Adames. Here he comes, guys.
He just missed a home run in his last at bat. This guy, when he finally kicks into full gear, full speed, he is going to be on fire. I mean,
Willie?
Yeah. Because he's been waiting for the breakout and to get consistent. And it's like, once it happens, he's going to go on a tear of epic proportions.
I hope so.
I definitely believe that.
I can't wait.
I'm not feeling the purple accessories, but you know what? Whatever floats your boat, man. You know?
Holy shit. I just noticed something. I can't say it because I don't want to jinx it. And that's my clue. But it pertains to the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I believe I do.
It takes 9 innings.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. I love wow.
Oh, double play ball.
I'll give you another clue. The Giants have 5 hits.
Funny.
Yep.
Well, should we wrap this thing up and go respectively watch the game and see what's what is this stat they're showing? Oh, Devers is in the top 6 in exit velo this season.
Look at who just joined us here at 7:45. It's Mr. Senior watching the Dodgers game, and dude hit a lazy fly ball to center, and the crowd erupted like it was gone.
That's Dodger fans for you.
No, you misunderstood. They didn't erupt like it was a home run. They were doing the wave.
A slow eruption.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's probably a lot of people in that stadium that don't really know what baseball, like anything about it. It's just show up. Ooh.
I discovered when I first moved down here that the entertainment industry.
Thanks, D-Bugs.
Wow, what a lucky deflection right there. The entertainment industry buys up all the best seats at Dodger Stadium. So that's why you get Wax Museum escapee Mary Hart sitting right down there behind home plate every game. And you get like, you see all these celebrities and shit there. But like, basically, like, you can't buy a good seat at Dodger Stadium because they're all bought up by Hollywood. I found that out when I tried to buy tickets to a game years and years ago. And so, yeah, there's a lot of clueless idiots that are there. Like, they use it, the studios use it to entertain, visiting dignitaries and business partners and stuff. People don't care about baseball. They just care about being wined and dined and a night out, some LA culture. If you think the latrine is culture, sorry. It's not the kind of culture I want, unless you're talking about like culturing a virus in a petri dish.
Well, speaking of that, do you remember it was 1996 and winning Charlie Sheen chicken dinner, winner, chicken dinner? No, winner, Sheen dinner, bought 2,600 bleacher tickets so he could sit in the bleachers by himself. This happened. It's insane, dude. That's like winning. Winning
all day winning. There was a website that had you could just keep refreshing this page and it had Charlie Sheen's face and it just would have like another like crazy quote from him that would just keep popping up on the screen. It was great, man.
Yes, I am coming to SAC this weekend. Senior will be there Sunday. I'm going to get there early, maybe try to get a autograph or two and enjoy the whole festivity. Are they gonna have, they're probably having fireworks Friday night, huh?
I would assume, yeah.
The first hit is a home run. Robbie Ray tends to give up at least one home run each game. Have you noticed that?
Yep, seems like it. Oh, it's Eugenio Suarez, and they got some kind of silly celebration thing going on, make googly eyes and oh yeah, whatever. At the end of the day, you're still an Arizona Diamondback.
I said I was going to do this podcast until the Diamondbacks scored, and I jinxed it. I think Walker's right. I think I did jinx it by saying I'm not going to jinx it and alluding to something. I'll take the hit on that one. But it's still 4-1 in the fifth. The Giants are ahead. Suarez, is he going to come to the Giants?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk about a lot of things. Deep to left field, but Elliot Ramos is there. Yeah. Hey, Senior, you going to be at the game Sunday? I'm going to meet up with Eric and Ibrahim.
Hey, that guy is not there. Good.
No, he's banned.
I know. He would have reached over and ruined that too.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to look at the schedule because I was hoping that the Giants were playing at home on my 60th birthday this year, and I would come up for a game. But I think they're out of town.
When's that?
September 7th. And I love me some September baseball because September in the city, the weather is primo.
That's when it starts getting nice.
Yeah, take a look here. I think they are out of town. Yep, they're out of town in St. Louis. It's a Sunday. On the 8th, which is my cousin's birthday, they're at home against these same jerks.
Really?
So, yeah, they're playing Arizona at home. Maybe I'll come up and see a game on the 8th. Let's see about that. But yeah, I figured it'd be a good way to, I've already been to one game this year. I'd like to go do some multiple games. We shall see.
Well, should we take it to the bridge? Should we give a little message from Chardal real quick?
Click that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Click that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell.
I love his video quality with the fake background. And the first time I saw it, I think it was on my phone and it looked a little different. And I was like, oh, he plays the piano?
Chardal, I've been summoning you. I need you to appear for our show. You can come on and we can do a little discussion. It would be nice. But
he's a ruler.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, all the stuff that happened throughout the whole community of all these shows. It seems like we all tie into each other nicely. There's not too much animosity and everybody kind of floats from one into the other. Sometimes I see that two shows are on at the same time and like you see Senior in both chats. He's like bouncing back and forth. Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, obviously I must be doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, totally. And I'm just curious now if this holds and the Giants split the series, they win tonight. Glenn and Eric's show, is Glenn going to be bummed out that the Giants have started to win again?
For sure.
We'll see.
And again, Greg made a good point.
I think he should start his own Valkyries.
That's what people are talking about. They say that old Glenn is going to throw in the towel and start doing a solo Valkyries show.
They haven't had any drama recently with all that sort of hot corner, strange thing that they have, right?
No, I don't think so, but it's bound to happen. Senior, if you see those plans Send them my way. That's sweet. Grindline's also starting a park up in Grass Valley too. So I'm going to be making the rounds to like meet up with some of my homies that work for those guys and get to go to Grass Valley for a little bit.
Yeah, they just did Ventura, which is not open officially yet, but people have been riding it, and San Juan Capistrano, which Lance just went to the other day, and looks kind of interesting. It's a weird. Did you ever go to John O'Shea's in Malibu?
No, I always wanted to.
It had that weird where the deep end is turned 90 degrees from the shallow, so it's kind of wide, and it's like you go over the waterfall, and then you have to kind of get into a figure 8 line to stay in it, and then you can come back out in the shallow end. Anyways, they built something that's very like symmetrical down in San Juan Capistrano. Lance says it's good, but it's only got like 4 inches of vert, and it's 9 in the deep end. I saw a little Christian Fletcher had posted something on Instagram with Grayson and a bunch of dudes rolling around. It looks fun. So Grindline's killing it. They're building some great stuff.
Always the best in the biz. I'm in Dreamland. The old Davis skate park was something. That's for sure. That's an understatement, Miss B.
Yeah. That was a wacky one. I rode it once, that weird contact lens bowl and whatever else they had there. It was strange. Anyways, yeah, let's get out of here and go watch this game and let's see what happens.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's the 5th inning. The Giants are up 4-1. There is Elliot Ramos up, and you guys can find the rest of the game, listen to it on the radio, whatever you got to do. But we'll be back probably not Sunday because I'm doing Sacramento. So maybe Monday we'll
Monday should be a day off, right? So yeah, we run it up on a Monday. Kind of do the week in review, eh?
That'd be good. Till then, thanks, guys. Be safe out there too, please. I know a lot of people that have got their eyes taken out. So if you're around fireworks and stuff, just wear goggles or something. Like I love shooting Roman candles, all that stuff. I love it, but just be careful. Wear goggles. I swear you won't be. It's better to look a little weird than to lose your eye.
Come back with 10 digits from wherever you go.
Red, white, and blue, dude. We're going to the semifinals. USA. USA. All right. See you next time.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Skaters on Baseball. If you liked what you heard, please spread the word. Give us a good review, or hell, blow us up on your social media if you're down. Follow us at Skates on Base on Instagram for baseball news and other fun stuff. We love comments and listener participation, so bring it with an audio clip or an email. You can email us at skatersonbase@gmail.com. We're everywhere you get your podcasts, and we'll be here all season long.
Let's go, San Francisco. Let's go, Giants.
Dude, that was one of the most mind-blowing shows I've seen to this day.
Much love.
Adios! Pelota!
See you soon. Thank you.
And I am forever a Giant.
That first called strike was a